Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Scotland Hill Farms. I am Jessica, and we are on week 8 of the Three Rivers Homestead Pantry Challenge. It is our final week. I feel like we had some great meals this week. Steak and pork roast, some homemade waffles, a really hearty soup that my daughter actually made for us. So I don't feel like we were lacking. My son, I'm not gonna lie, is very excited to be done with the pantry challenge. Again, I've mentioned this before, it's the snacks and the cereals. He has loved the meals, although he has been really busy because they were finishing up musical this week. And he was just missing those things because he was so busy and wanted to take things with him. But he managed and he was fine. And the musical went really well. I was really proud of him. He did a great job. So, yeah, I mean, let's get to it. This is week 8. This is our final week. I'm not going to do a final pantry tour because honestly, I just did the mid-pantry tour. And although we have used definitely a lot of things, they have been replaced because we were given some things by the people that we knew. So our freezers kind of got filled back up with some different things. And I also canned a few different things. So it kind of looks like the same amount of things I have in my pantries and freezers, although what's there has definitely changed.
So we are starting out with our big Sunday dinner, which I don't always get to video because there's always lots of people in the background, but we are having some home canned green beans, some home canned carrots, and then these are homegrown potatoes. I did put them in like kind of a ranch seasoning, and then also made a pork roast and added on some banana peppers with the juice in it with some other seasonings on top of that. And it was really good. Everyone liked it. And for dessert, you can see I didn't video it until it was over. And we had some homegrown strawberries from the garden, and I made up some fresh biscuits, which obviously were well liked.
So I don't know how many other people do this. I mean, I can't be the only one, right? But no one, of course, likes to eat the ends of bread in our house. And I don't like to throw anything away. So I take all the ends of the bread, make sure there's no mold on them, of course. I break them up and I make like a butter olive oil sauce. It has garlic, salt, parsley, butter, and olive oil. That's all that's in it. And I pour that over the bread. And then I mix that up. Make sure everything gets some of that butter mixture on it, because of course that's what makes it taste good. So I think that looks good. There's a few over here, they're a little dry. And then I put that in the oven on 350, and I just toast them up until they're nice and toasty, and we use them for croutons. And everybody loves it when I do this. Taste not, want not, right? So this is what they look like when they're done. Just kind of nice and crispy. I don't know if you can hear that on the sound. And I will bet that when my family comes in from doing chores, honestly, they will just eat them just like this. And I can't blame them because they are really good. So it's just my husband and I eating dinner tonight. And my son is at musical practice till I don't know when. It's their last week of practice, so they're practicing very late. I don't eat steak. I don't like it. I seasoned this side already. I don't have a fancy label. It just says steak seasoning. It's a Pinterest recipe. So I've got this nice and hot already. I'm going to put that steak in and season the other side.
And I'll cook that until it is medium. Yeah, medium is pretty much what my husband likes to eat it. He won't eat this whole steak, by the way, but we also have some leftover potatoes from the other day, and we'll do some canned carrots. And I am actually going to drink this right now. Looks appetizing, right? It actually tastes pretty good. It has spinach, lots of spinach, and banana and strawberry. And I really don't mind this. It helps me get my leafy greens in. I don't know, I'm not that hungry. This will probably fill me up for a while, and then maybe I'll just have a piece of fruit or something before bed. This is what his plate is looking like so far. So we've got some leftover, like a ranch potato, some canned carrots, and then we'll have some of this steak. And that will be dinner. It is just my husband and I for supper tonight. Sorry if you can hear that in the background. My dog's drinking her water. I'm not really hungry. I just drank a bunch of water, so I'll eat something later. But this is some Hug and Kiss soup, it's called, and it's from this recipe book. I love this recipe book. I actually didn't make this, my daughter did. So lunch today is going to look a lot like we had for dinner yesterday, but I got cut off when I was filming and it got eaten before I could finish it. So it is some of this Hug and Kiss soup and a roll that I just opened up and toasted with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. And that's what my husband's having for lunch today. There's no one else here, so just one easy reheat. This is dinner tonight. We got leftover steak, some tater tots that were in the freezer, and some home canned corn. And I did bring up a can of home canned pears as kind of like a dessert fruit, what have you. Again, there's only me and my husband for supper tonight. So my freezer is getting emptier. I can shut this much easier and I can actually see what's in here, which is great. And I am pulling out these there's just 2 chicken patties left in this package. I'll get rid of this package. Got my chuck roast out thawing for tonight. And I'm gonna make some chicken patty sandwiches. I only have 2 people coming in for lunch today. I'm gonna pop these in the air fryer. And I don't pay attention to what I'm really sticking them in for. I know it'll take about 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna stick them in and then I will check them probably after about 8 minutes. I don't know if I said, I just have 2 coming in for lunch today, my husband and then his friend who helps us out on the farm. So I got the sandwiches ready with some lettuce on it, ready for the chicken patties to go into the air fryer. Cut up some cucumbers for each of them. We cut up 1 apple and 1 orange, and they can just pick what they want. And there they are, all finished. So I'm glad to get that bag out of my freezer because I know that one's been in there for a while. This is the chuck roast that I had out thawing earlier. I just put some onion soup mix over this, added some water in the bottom of it, and I put it on a roasting rack just to kind of keep it out of all that juices. And I put that in the oven and cooked it for low and slow, about 2 hours on 300 until it was done. I put some carrots and potatoes in a pan and also put some of that onion soup mix over those with some water, and I made some gravy out of the pan drippings from the chuck roast. Everyone always enjoys that. I am having my breakfast here, which is one of my favorites. So it's whole rolled oats with a little bit of peanut butter powder, cocoa powder, maple syrup, and vanilla, and a grapefruit, and of course my coffee. My son ate earlier and I made him up some scrambled eggs and toast, and my husband will also be having this, but he doesn't do the chocolate and peanut butter, he just does the maple syrup and vanilla. For lunch,
I am giving the boys some sausage sandwiches. This is just 2 pieces of white bread, had in the freezer, sausages that we had in the freezer that actually someone gave us. I fried up some peppers that I froze from last year's garden. These were bought in onions that I just sliced up. We're going to put that on there. Going to put some mozzarella cheese. Also just washed up some of the fresh grapes that I just bought. They're really good. Some of the strawberries that were on sale, which also look good. And I'm going to slice up some cucumber. So I think that's a pretty balanced lunch for today. We are back to Saturday morning, so I'm making a big Saturday morning breakfast. Chose to make waffles today. Again, I'm pouring it out of the pitcher just because it's easier. These are actually made with gluten-free flour. No one knows the difference. They taste just as good. And then flip it over. I am also making a package of maple sausage, and I actually put that in because I got out a package of bacon, but didn't realize it was really the bacon ends. So it was too late because I had already unbought it, and I just thought I'll make them both. And I don't know, if people want to eat the bacon ends, they can, and if not, I'll probably use them in a soup recipe or something this week, maybe some potato soup. So that's what we're having for breakfast.
Here are what the finished waffles look like. They turned out really great and were really delicious. Thanks you guys so much for watching all of these pantry meals and tours and grocery hauls. I had a lot of fun doing it actually. My family didn't mind too much until the very end. So I'm looking forward to doing this again next year. We'll see. What have I learned? We are very truly blessed. We have a lot more than I thought we have. So I'm going to continue doing this and really trying to be good stewards of what we have and using it up. But yes, we are truly blessed. We have a lot more than we want and a lot more than we need.